Beer time. So I went and bought a 6-pack of some cider for my wife. And as I grabbed said 6-pack off the shelf and looked, someone had replaced one of the ciders, with a beer. I went and looked to try and match up where it's supposed to go and fix the ordeal here. I didn't want to get a beer with this 6-pack. It wasn't for me, it was for Brooke. Anyway, I couldn't find it, so I'm stuck with it, so let's do a review on it. Why not? Pretty sure I've had one of these years ago. Not 100% sure, but I think I had one at like Taco Mac a couple years ago. But we got the Tart Vise, made here in Alpharetta, Georgia. It's from Jekyll Brewing. They make pretty decent beer. I've had a few of them. I don't think not sure if we've done any on the channel yet. This might be a first. But it's obviously a raspberry tart beer. It's a Berlin Weiss. Should be pretty good. Can's got a little cute Vice with a raspberry in the middle of it. I think it could have been seen. I know it's shiny, but let's give this a go. It's a very white head for how rosy the beer is in color, so that's interesting. Yeah, pretty rosy, very bubbly. And very good. It's tart, but it's actually pretty light. Now I know this is a Berlin Weiss, not a full-blown sour or ghost. They're usually a little bit more palatable if you're not too much into the whole extreme tart bite. It's actually excellent so far. Tons of raspberry flavor, tons. Get a bit of that weediness, a little bit of that maltiness coming through. Carbonation is great. Actually, it's like ideal for this sort of thing. It smells plenty like raspberry as well. I mean, raspberry tart beers are a dime a dozen at this point. Just like how it goes with grapefruit and IPAs. I feel like it's kind of the same thing now. We just do a lot of raspberries and Goses and Berlin Weisses and sours. I like raspberry, so I'm not complaining, but it is overdone. This is very drinkable, really smooth, pretty light for a Berlin Weiss. Still got a little bit of that tart taste. It's good. It's really good. It's excellent. As you can see, it's a little cloudy. There's a little bit of some like some settlement floating around in there. Kind of comes with the territory. That's fine. Shouldn't worry too much about that. This is solid, easy crusher for sure. Hot day. You don't like your crappy domestic light beers. You want something with a little bit of flavor, something a little bit of originality and a little bit of character. This is a good one to go grab. Here, let me read the can to you. You got this Berlin Weiss styled ale is brewed to be refreshing, tart, and crushable. We complemented the tartness with a splash of raspberry for a subtle and pleasant twist. Tart Vise is built for the lawn, beach, patios, and tailgating. IBU 7.3. Why bother listing it? Like, if it's not 30, I don't even think it's worth mentioning, right? ABV is 4.4. That's probably why it is as smooth and crushable, quote unquote, as it is. But it's perfectly fine beer. This would be ideal if you really do like tart beers, that whole family that we've gone over, and you don't want to just have one or two. You do have a long day, or you want to just have a bunch. This one is much more palatable to do so. It's real easy to go down. Your palate's not going to get blown out by it. You're not going to feel like over-sweetened or anything by the time you finish them all. So this is actually a very, very good beer. Now, I have had a few Jekyll beers. They're never like exceptional, but they're always just right. You know, they're good. There's nothing wrong with a Jekyll beer ever. But I haven't had anything that really screams amazing yet. Not every brewery is trying to do that. Some of them are trying to make a very widely liked beer. I think that's the case with Jekyll. I really do like the carbonation on this, though. I don't know if I just got a little extra spicy can or if it's the whole batch in general, but great carbonation, great smell, very light, still tart, but not too tart. Plenty of raspberry taste, tons. There's a little settlement. I know, like, that turns some people off. I don't care. I'm used to that with a lot of stuff I drink and the beer I make. It's going to have settlement too. So, all in all, it's a good beer. It's just another raspberry tart beer. We've had these. There's tons to choose from. I think there's probably better. But to each their own. This is fine. If you see it, you can grab it. It's going to be good. You won't be let down. This is a good beer. So we had, 4.4 ABV. IBUs were like 7. So non-existent. If you don't like hops, you don't like bitter, this is a good one to get for you. Plenty of fruit taste. Tart, but lightly tart. Great carbonation. Real crisp and easy to go down. If you get one and have it, let me know what you think about it, and I'll see you on the next one.